Hello, my name is Brittany Horn, and I am an art history major and museum studies minor at the University of Mary Washington. I am currently enrolled in the Art History Venice seminar. I conducted my research this semester on Veronica Franco and her poetry. Veronica Franco was a Venetian courtesan and poet during the Italian Renaissance. Franco was pushed into being a courtesan by her mother, who was also a courtesan. Her mother acted as a go-between for Franco's clients throughout her career. As a courtesan, she is most famous for her work with King Henry III of France. As a poet, Franco challenged her male counterparts to battles of wit. For this presentation, I will focus on the portraits of Veronica Franco. The first portrait I will look at is Jacopo Tintoretto's portrait of a lady from the 16th century. Most portraits of Franco are surrounded by debate, but this one, currently housed in the Worcester Museum of Art in Massachusetts, is the least disputed. Courtesans use miniature portraits as a way of advertising their services. Jacopo Tintoretto created one of these miniature portraits for Franco to use. This miniature portrait has since been lost, but this tells us it would not be unlikely for Tintoretto to work with Franco again. Franco's letters also reveal that she greatly respected Tintoretto's talent as an artist. The next image I want to focus on is Domenico Tintoretto's Lady Revealing Her Breasts circa 1580 to 1590. By modern interpretations, viewers might consider this image to be promiscuous due to the revealed breast, but in the early modern period it would have been interpreted differently. In the early modern period, a revealed breast symbolized honesty. Although the subject of this portrait is disputed, a revealed breast would fit with Franco's identity, not because she was a courtesan, but because she was referred to as an honest courtesan. An honest courtesan was identified by her conversational skills and her education. Franco is considered the prime example of an honest courtesan. Becoming a courtesan provided early modern women with personal autonomy, allowing them to travel around the city and pursue other careers such as poetry. For Franco, poetry and her work as a courtesan are inextricably linked. Being a courtesan allowed Franco to pursue her poetry, while her strength in language arts allowed her to entertain and retain her clients. As a poet in the early modern period, Franco looked to Petrarch as an example. As a woman, Franco looked to Petrarch's Laura as an inspiration for beauty. She possibly could have been aware of Giorgione's portrait of a young lady from 1506. This is considered to be Laura due to the laurel branches behind her. She could also be an example of a female poet. The previously mentioned laurel branches are also considered an indicator of poetry as a profession, and the fact that the woman is wearing a man's robe points to the possibility of her being in a male profession. This portrait, though not of Franco, could have provided inspiration for her portraits. Petrarchan poetry dominated the poetry of Renaissance Venice, and Franco turned this form on its head by transforming the role of women in poetry. She changed women from passive objects of adoration into active participants in the poem's narrative. Thank you for your attention. Hopefully this presentation has shed some light on Veronica Franco's representation in art and her career as a poet.